You know why it's important to be the smallest person in the room at times? You don't always have to be the biggest person. You want to know why? Is because when you're the biggest person in your social group, in your friend group, in your family, whatever the case may be, you can't really grow past the level that you're at. Why is that? Because when you're at this level and everyone around you is at a lower level, nobody is going to look at you and say you're doing bad. Everyone's going to look at you and say you're doing good. But in reality, if you surround yourself with people that are at a much higher level, you can truly start to grow because you start to realize that you're not really as high as you know you could be. For example, that's why social media is a great tool to gain inspiration because in your day to day life, you might not have everything that can actually propel you to grow. Because let's just say this, let's say you landed a job, right? Let's say you landed a job and let's say you're making $250 or $300 a day. If everyone around you only makes $80 a day, $100 a day, everyone's going to be telling you that's amazing. $250 a day, $300 a day, that's great, that's amazing. And I'm not shitting on anyone that makes $250 or $300 a day. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, if you don't want to be comfortable, if you want to grow, you have to make sure that you are at times the smallest person in the room. So that way you can see others around you who can communicate better than you, who have more money than you, who have all these things and are at a higher level, and someone that you're in the room with, right? And everyone's making $2,000 a day minimum. You're going to feel like, okay, I need to step my game up. As opposed to if you're around people who don't even make $300 a day, and this is just an example. If they're not even making $300 a day, they're going to say you are doing amazing, right? But if you start surrounding yourself with bigger players, if you start surrounding yourself with people who know more than you, have more knowledge than you, then you're really going to start to realize, and it's not about comparing yourself. I keep hearing like someone's just walking back there. It's not about comparing yourself with anyone else. It's about measuring in a way where you're at and where you could be. Because if someone around you has achieved anything, what does that mean? That means that you can too. If this person's a much better communicator than you and you struggle getting on the camera and speaking, understand that when you surround yourself with that person, the law of exposure shows you, okay, this is possible. I've been exposed to this. I've seen this person can speak better than me, can speak more concisely, can make more money. This person has overcame certain things. So guess what? I can do that too. So make sure that you find people in your life that can inspire you to be better if you want to grow. If you want to stay where you're at, then this won't apply to you. But if you are someone who wants to grow, surround yourself with heavy hitters. Surround yourself with people who are at a higher level so that you can constantly see the example and then you can set the example to the people around you. Don't just leave everyone behind. Don't just take the knowledge, don't just find a better way in life and keep it to yourself and stay selfish just because you're the biggest one in your group, just because you're at a higher level than everyone else. You need to take that advice, you need to take the knowledge, you need to take the path and elevate the people around you. Become the leader to everyone in your group. Become the leader. Take inspiration from the people who are above you. Get inspired, put in the work, elevate yourself to a higher level, and then bring others around you up as well. Let everyone else know they can make more money. Let everyone else know they can speak better. They can become better communicators. They don't have to let fear control their life. They don't have to be afraid of taking that risk. They don't have to be afraid of approaching that woman and speaking to her. Elevate the people around you. So at times you have to be the smallest person in the room, and then once you can absorb like a sponge and soak up all that game, then the people around you, you raise them up, you bring them to your level, rinse and repeat. You continue pushing to higher levels. You continue learning more and more about yourself through life, through how you handle adversity. When you're in that tough time, in that adversity, when you feel depressed, when you feel like you don't want to do shit, when you feel like you have no motivation, guess what? The way you handle yourself in that moment is ultimately going to determine who you're going to become as a person and how much you're going to grow. Because if adversity comes knocking at your door and you say, fuck this shit, I'm not going to let life beat me down. Do you know who the fuck I am? See, when you have that mindset, you will push past anything in life. Because some people say that certain situations might break you. But someone who has that mindset understands that there's nothing in this world that can be thrown their way that can break them. Because when you deal with everything with the mindset of nothing can break me, then you won't be broken with anything in life. So gain inspiration from others, elevate yourself, and then elevate the people around you. That's the message for today, guys. Peace out.